Hey, welcome. So, you may notice. Hey, welcome.
Whoops.
So, I had my stream open. We'll try that again. Hi, welcome everyone. You may notice that we are not doing your regularly scheduled bike club. Unfortunately, we are down our lovely ranger because Microsoft can't do an update without breaking everyone's PCs. So, she's currently out of commission. So send all your love to Marissa, please. Help her get through these deadlines. Lend her your energy so she can get through these deadlines and fix her computer. So instead of Bike Club, today we are playing BE Goblins, which is a Pathfinder one-shot, which is going to be really interesting because I've never played Pathfinder before, Jamie's never played Pathfinder before, Lydia's never played Pathfinder before, the only one who has is Stu, so it might be a bit wobbly, but we're being goblins, who cares? It's going to be wobbly.
Spent the past 10 minutes doing the quickest crash course in Pathfinder rules ever.
Yep, and I just knocked my dice off my table, so that's good. That's a really good start. I'm just going to put them back on there.
It's alright. To get into the mood of playing a goblin, I haven't done my dice sorting that normally takes 20 minutes. It's all chaos, and it's really uncomfortable for me.
That's usually why we're late, you know. It's Jamie counting all his dice, sorting them out.
Well, they all have to be like in consecutive size order, all facing highest number up. They have to be. It's not a problem.
You guys are weird.
No, Jamie's right. That's how dice should be stored. I say as I just shove them back. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting either way. So, oh god, there's another dice. So should we just like do this because this is not gonna get any better from here on out? Oh, plugs at the beginning. We always do those at the beginning.
Yeah. Nothing here.
Okay, Kurion on Mondays is the other RPG content on this channel. Has Stu as the DM, it's got me, Lydia, and Jamie in it as players. It's all up on YouTube. We had a really good session on Monday. It was a lot of fun, so you should go watch that. I'll do the boop in the thing.
And remember, Ronan can shoot a bow.
Ronan can shoot a bow. Bless him. The only other thing from me is we are giving away a code for Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms at the break. Evelyn from Dice Camera Action, or Evelyn, just got added as a playable character, so you should go do that because she's really cute. And Dice Camera Action's great. So tune in at the break where I'll give away that code. I think that's it from me.
My usual underground vaults in Edinburgh where you can play D&D. The next one is on Friday and there are still spaces, so if you want to do a last minute thing for your nerd friends and you're in Edinburgh, come to me midnight till 3-4 o'clock in the morning roughly with Meerkat Tours. Their website is in chat and there's more dates till the end of September. So
all right, okay. You should do that, by the way. The pictures I've seen look freaking awesome, and Lydia is a phenomenal DM. She is.
No pressure. No pressure at all, thanks.
I wouldn't say if it wasn't true.
No.
So yeah, so let's play Pathfinder, guys.
It's easy. It's like D&D, but with bigger numbers.
I can't add like 5 + 2 on my sword, so I'm fucked anyway.
Basically, what we're saying is we should just make this all roleplay and just avoid dice rolls. Just talk our way out of every situation and just no, because you'll still have to roll dice then. Never mind.
We're just gonna do intense roll. No, okay. So you are goblins of the Licktoad tribe, who live deep in Brine Stump Marsh, south of the hated man town called Sandpoint. Once, other goblins tried to burn Sandpoint down, and they would have been legends if they had succeeded. But they didn't bring enough fire, and they got themselves killed as a result. Yesterday, your tribe discovered that one of your own had been using forbidden arts, and was engaged in one of the greatest taboos, writing things down. In fact, rumor holds that what he was writing was a history of your tribe. There's no swifter way to bring about bad luck than stealing words out of your mind by writing them down. and so your tribe had no choice. You branded the goblin's face with letters to punish him, which is why everyone calls him Scribbleface now, and then you ran him out of town, took all of his stuff, and burned down his hut. That's where things get interesting, because before you all burned down his hut, Chief Gutwad found a weird box within the building. Inside was a map and a lot of fireworks. Fireworks that immediately came to use in burning the hut down. Then, this morning, Gutwad announced that tonight there would be a feast in order to drive out any lingering bad luck from Scribbleface's poor decisions. But perhaps even more exciting, all of you have been secretly invited to meet at Chief Gutwad's moot house. Why would the chief want to speak to you? It can only mean that he's got an important mission for you all, one that other goblins of the tribe couldn't pull off. This could be your chance to go down in Licktoad history. So, you find yourselves stood in front of Chief Gutwad's hut. Is there anything you want to do before you head inside?
Ooh, what? Was that just me that's... I didn't hear.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Apparently we want a robot.
Uh-oh. We're down a goblin already!
It's okay, he's the crazy alchemist, it's fine.
Yeah. I'm buying him back now?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, you're stood in front of the chief's hut. You've been invited. Is there anything you want to do before you go in?
I want to make sure my pretty little veil is set to the side.
Excellent, excellent. Okay.
I'm wearing the pumpkin head right now. It's
Okay.
festive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to sling the rope with the what is it? Mole things? Hold on.
Either way,
the
I'm
rope
still
with
the
dead
prettiest.
moles. I want to wear that as a necklace.
You are not the prettiest.
I am the prettiest.
I am pretty.
All boils and warts and...
What's and all? Go inside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You head inside the hut. And you see that there appears to be... It's almost like a throne room. But in typical goblin fashion, it's all made of bones and stolen bits of wood. There's like a cartwheel in here for some reason that's been made into like a makeshift chair, kind of, to one side. There's shattered bits of furniture here and there. And you see before you a dais. And you watch as a very trumped up, self-important goblin wearing a very tattered and incredibly stolen curled white wig strides forth into the dais. He's wearing scraps of what might be a jacket. There's some like colourful red in there somewhere. He puts a hand to his mouth as though lifting up a trumpet to his lips and goes,
May I draw your attention, please? And welcome His Mighty Girthness, Chief Rendwattle Gutwad.
and you watch as dragged out onto the dais is an extremely girthy goblin, being pulled by two smaller ones in a very large chair. This is a corpulent goblin. This is a
Thick boy.
a thick boy with two C's who is bedecked out in what would amount to goblin finery. It's cobbled together bits of jewelry that have been stolen. You know, there's like a bit of a silk neckerchief around his neck, and he's there in his chair, and he glowers down at you all. And you've seen the chief before. But you never hear him speak, because you goblins know that his voice, his words are so mighty that they might just cause you to die. You might just die on the spot. The chief is so strong and powerful that his words have killed before. And you've seen it happen. You've seen goblins being dragged out of there before. The small, pompous, overdressed goblin steps forth and bows low to the chief and sort of glowers at you to follow suit.
I get down on one knee.
I get down on both knees and grovel just more than next to me.
I really sort of show-stoppingly down to both knees and hands go like to the side, and then the head comes down.
He seems unimpressed, and he sort of waves a hand. And the small goblin stands up and moves in front of the chief, and begins to speak, or opens his mouth to speak. Before the chief says, in a very deep, booming voice, "You all be heroes. Each of you. You are best Licktoads but for me.
It's Scott.
And maybe but for Slob." And that the small little pompous goblin sort of smiles a bit and... "That you ain't fleeing in terror from mighty sound of my voice is all the proof you should need. Yet soon, all Licktoad goblins will know your might, for I have picked you for a dangerous mission." And you see as he's talking, like, spit's coming out of his mouth. It's horrible. "You all know about the fireworks and the map we found in Scribbleface's hut."
Bleh.
And yeah, as Scribbleface said it, all the other goblins are like, "Fireworks were fun, but map is more fun. It shows a route to a place near the coast where Scribbleface found fireworks. And it says more fireworks are there."
Ah.
Fire.
And he sort of puts a hand up to silence you all. "I want them full of Licktoads. You all go get them tomorrow, and tonight we will have a big bonfire to burn bad luck away from you. And we will play many games." As you do that, everyone's like, "Much fun. Tomorrow, you fetch me fireworks. If you meet men, you make 'em dead. If you meet dogs, you make 'em dead. If you meet horses, you make 'em dead. If you meet lots legs, eat goblin babies many, maybe you should run. And if you not find fireworks, you not come back, or we will feed you to Squealing Ned." And he points out, and you all know that Squealing Ned is an adorable baby piglet that you guys have captured and put in a pit, but you're all terrified of this fucking cute-ass tiny baby piglet.
And I try and hide behind Jeffy.
And he says, "Begone, and let the feast begin."
Chief,
What?
can we burn Scribbleface?
Yeah.
Yeah. I make him go boom big.
Yeah.
Bonfire. Go tonight. Scribbleface night. Go. Remember, Scribbleface night.
Yeah.
When he do bad thing, we remember. Goblin don't do bad thing. Goblin, evil thing, but not bad thing.
What's the difference?
Chief doesn't like bad thing. Goblin love evil thing.
So evil is good,
Yeah,
but bad thing is bad.
yeah, yeah.
It's good, bad, evil.
No. Good is I don't know.
Yeah.
Bomb is good.
Bombs.
I'm just looking really confused and stroking my spider.
At that, the chief is dragged out again by the same very tired looking goblins who they're trying hard, and it's like like it's not a quick process to drag him out of it, but he sits there all regal as he can, like as he goes. At which Slob, the overdressed page, motions for you to head outside with him. And as he does, he stands in the middle of the camp, which is where the chief's hut is. And there's a little, tree stump, which he stands up again, and he puts his hand to his lips. Feasting will begin! And all the goblins are like, yeah! And so it takes some time to get everything sorted, and the bonfire is basically Scribbleface's hut. And they grab stuff and just start, making this a big bonfire, and you see that they've brought with them, there's tables and stuff get pulled out, but they're not good tables. This is just a general disclaimer. It's goblin stuff, so it's shit.
No, it's an incredibly fine, beautiful table. To humans, it's a plank of wood that's a bit moldy.
Yeah, basically.
But to goblins,
To a goblin, you could eat straight off the table. You don't even need a plate.
Well, yes,
Table.
it's a feast. It's beautiful. So they start dragging stuff out and setting up. The chief has even provided a barrel full of apples for the camp. And you see goblins running up and starting to eat them. And they take a bite full, and then they are instantly wankered. They're so drunk the second they eat these apples. And they're, there's one goblin walking away with an armful that's just then just falls over as he walks a bit further away. And it's not before long where the party really gets going and everyone's just having a really good time. By this point, nearly every goblin in the camp is just so drunk. What would you guys like to do?
Join them.
I'm turning an apple into a bomb.
Oh, I heard different.
I will try.
I heard bong.
I will try and convince one of the goblins that it would be the most brilliant idea to for him to let me shoot an apple off of his head.
Yep. Okay, you find yourself a drunk goblin who's just kind of sat there and just
Hey,
you,
what?
stand there.
Okay.
You have been chosen
For what?
for standing there. Stand there.
Ah,
And I put
okay.
the apple on the head, and I walk a few steps away and use my bow to see if I can shoot the apple or the
Okay.
goblin.
Roll.
Doesn't really matter, to be honest, does it?
No. Roll an attack.
Okay. That is a rolled 5, so that's a wonderful start. +1, right? No? What?
I think.
+5.
Oh, +5.
Oh, +5 with the bow. Oh, yeah, +5. So, 10.
Okay. So you just take a steps back and you get out your little bow. You're like, blink.
Yeah.
You loose this arrow, and it just goes straight into his shoulder. And
I
he just-
said stand there. Ah! Ah! Ah!
My headphones come off. 1 second.
Welcome back.
Hi. Well. And he's sort of writhing around on the floor, but then he sits up and goes,
Do it again.
And I do it again.
"Okay."
Well, he has to place the apple back.
And he does.
Let's hope. That's a rolled 7 +5, so 12. Other shoulder?
What happens next You do it again, you draw back, your little eye closes, and you do a second one. The eye closing was a bad idea, and you ping in the other one, and this time he's like, ah!
I'm just gonna.
I am calibrating. Calibrating. Last one.
Okay. I can't lift my arms.
70.
My mind just killed him.
So, true to your word, you were just calibrating, and this one hits the apple. Unfortunately, it does also hit his head on the way to the apple, and this goblin now has a parting made for him in the top of his head as you...
Reverse Mohican.
He doesn't really seem to notice the trickle of blood coming down his face, and he just sort of goes,
Huh? Did you get it?
I got it. Just as I had planned.
Oh, you are so good.
That's why I am chosen. Just like you are chosen, but I'm chosener.
I walk up to Goblin Tell. Hand him an apple. Here, apple. For you.
For me?
And I run away and go.
So you watch this goblin as his little eyes light up as he's handed this apple, and he looks so happy with the 2 arrows sticking out of him, the reverse Mohican down his head, and he's just like, ha! And he goes like this to the others. He goes,
Apple, I've been chosen.
he just explodes into a million parts. He's a shower of guts and viscera over a nearby goblin who's sat there, and he just sort of goes,
Oh.
That why you don't overdrink. Had one too many.
And then I want my own apple.
What I'd like to do is see if there's anyone sat down on like a bench or something, like pretty blitzed,
yeah.
and see if I can somehow sneakily like find like a rudimentary fork or something and like stab it down, like so it pins the clothes or something,
Yep, okay, you can do that.
and then try and sneakily like light a bit of their clothes on fire.
Okay, sure. I don't even know what kind of check that is.
What, to try and light someone's...
Yeah, but do it sneakily. I guess stealth?
It's a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand? Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, that's a +8.
I'm very familiar with the sneakily set someone on fire in Pathfinder.
21.
21. Okay, so you sit down at a bench and there's a goblin that's just like super out of it. He's just like there swaying. You know, can't keep his eyes open. And you just pin him to the bench with a fog and he doesn't notice. And he just like a little flint and tinder just set his clothes on fire. And this goblin is mostly on fire before he notices that he's on fire. And then he just sort of goes, help!
I run up to him and go, wait, I put you out, and I throw oil on him.
So, you can run in and you took oil on him and he just goes, poof, like a candle, just woof.
And now I throw water on the oil.
It's just... It's an inferno. This whole bench is now on fire. The goblins around have like started also catching on fire. One had like a really scraggly little beard, and you watch him run past as he goes "Ah!" to try and set his beard, douse the fire in his beard. You guys have created just the perfect amount of goblin chaos, but despite this, no one really seems to give a shit, and if anything, this is regarded as part of the celebrations.
I'll have the arrow that went through the apple and to the back, so presumably wasn't exploded.
Nope.
I'll have that taken and just start grilling it over the fire of the goblin remains. With a little song.
I turn to all the other benches after I've just immolated this guy. Turn to them all PSA style, like I'm looking directly into a camera and go, "That's why you not put water on chip pan fire. Use damn cloth."
This one goes,
Oh, Wait. What's a chip pan?
It where you burn people.
Okay. So this kind of shenanigans happens for quite some time. There's lots of mutilation and, you know, it's all in good fun. When
What's my kill
Slot.
count?
It's a lot. It's a wonder that this tribe even exists. When Slob steps forth, and you notice that during the evening that the chief has also been dragged outside so he can preside over the affairs. At which, when the chief comes out, all the other goblins immediately just drop to the floor, like hands like oh, bowing to the mighty chief. Slob steps forth again, does his fanfare, which is a very beautiful fanfare, which is killing me, so I'm not going to do it. And he says,
The dares will begin.
and you watch as he gestures towards a group of goblins who bring out a
Let's do the strepsil.
a sack that is very visibly oozing. And he brings it out, and there's a table set up, and there's a bowl set up. And the sack is emptied into the bowl with a delicious, moist sound. Like a very... It's just gross. And you watch as 5 slugs, the size of sausages, flop into this plate with a very mucusy, just slurp. And they are writhing and moving. Slob steps forth and says,
The first dare is eat a bag of bull slugs real quick. Who will step forth?
Me. I'm already hungry.
You, pretty one.
Good.
Wait, that's an insult to goblins.
okay, and he gestures you forward to take a seat in front of this bowl. And you see as you get closer that it's like the big black slugs and they're all wriggling and moving and they're like big fat sausages.
Start drooling on the side.
But you know as well that they don't taste particularly nice. These are renowned among goblins as like the #1 prank food. This is like what you would slip into someone's dinner who you don't like. And this is mainly because they do exude a lot of foul-smelling slime. And it stinks as you get closer. But hey, you're a goblin, you know, you stink.
Wow.
And you're offered a soggy leaf as a napkin.
I am going to just chow down on these things without the leaf. Dig in.
Okay, as you do, Slob pulls out a very makeshift, like, stopwatch. And he says,
You have 1 minute. Begin.
okay, I need you to make a fortitude save.
That's a 14.
Okay.
Where are they again? That's 18.
Okay, so you pop one of these slugs into your mouth and you chomp. And it sort of explodes in a horrendous mucus, just claggy, like, all up in your mouth.
Oh, these sounds are not right.
And it's sort of, some of the slime just spills out of the side of your mouth as you're just chewing this one. I need you to make another one if you can.
That is a 15.
Okay, again. And you just another.
Ooh, that's getting worse. That's 11.
11. Okay. You, this time, don't quite get the full slug in your mouth before you bite, and you pierce its slime bladder, which just shoots it up into your face and goes in your nose.
I used the veil from the dirty veil to try and
Okay.
wipe it, but the veil is so dirty that it's basically just making it into one big slimy brownie mess that
Ew.
is this huge balloon head.
as you bite into this one and it explodes all over your face, like the other goblins like waiting for you to just puke. But you hold on to it. You swallow it down. Another. Roll another save.
Yes, 17 plus 4, 21.
Okay, this time you hold your nose and just wah, next one.
And 18.
And again, next one. This is the last one.
That is a 14.
14. Okay.
Noises. Are you okay?
This is what I fucking do for a living.
This last one is really difficult for you to get down. You're so close to puking. But you keep hold of it. And as you do, all the others go, and Slob comes forth and goes,
Behold, champion!
and he holds,
Champion!
raises your arm up, and all the goblins let out a shout, and he turns towards the chief, who gives a low nod, and he digs around under the chief's big chair, and turns around to you and presents you with a bundle of tattered, knackered cloth that's wrapped around something.
I take it and I immediately try and, because this is from the chief directly, and I try bow down and with my slimy face still a little bit try kissing his feet.
Thank you, Rita, so thankful.
You're trying to kiss the chief's feet, or okay. The chief's chair is very high up, so you can't get to
okay.
him. He's
Oh,
on
yeah.
like a big.
Then
You
other guy.
Lifeguard.
get Slob. So you, because Slob stood in front of you as he presents you this, and he sort of bends down. And he doesn't see you also coming down, and you sort of like meet his chest and just slime your way down to his feet, and his opulent clothes are just stained by this black slime. And he stands there for a second and he's like, now, and he just kicks you in the face. So it's back like, ah. But you now have a +1 dog slicer.
Yay!
So congratulations.
Thank you.
So everything dies down for a moment. And revelry goes back to how it was before. Slob stands forth again, and he does his fanfare again, and he says,
The next day, a dance with Squealing Ned. Who is our challenger? You.
and he points at Stu's character. These names, Mogmerch, that's it. Points at Mogmerch.
Just say any random combination of letters similar to that.
Says,
You. Do you dare dance with Squealing Ned?
and the other goblins are like, oh no. But you are led to the pit where Squealing Ned is kept, and yeah, basically, and all the goblins gather around the edge to watch. And you can hear like excited squealing and grunting from behind a gate, a wooden gate where they're keeping Squealing Ned. But all the goblins are kind of scared. They're backing away from the edge of this pit. But you're led down to his enclosure, and you are placed on the back of Squealing Ned, who sort of grunts and squeals happily as you sit on his back, and he starts wriggling. He's to you guys, this tiny adorable baby piglet is a terrifying, hideous beast. So the people that place you on the back, the goblin that places on you back of Squealing Ned is all like very cautious. Like he's not caring about putting you down safely. It's more like throwing you in there.
I have no sense of danger at all.
So you're placed on the back of Squealing Ned, and you hear a count
3, 2, 1.
and the pit opens, and Squealing Ned goes flying out into the pit, and he's running around. Woohoo! You're on the back of him, and he's bucking and running around. I need you to make a ride check, please.
A ride check. Mm. That's a 19. I got +8 to riding.
Holy shit. Okay. So, Ned is bucking all over the place and he's running around and all the other goblins are like, and there's a moment where he bucks up and you sort of fly out of your perch from him, but you grab onto him and you've got hold and you stay on. I need you to make another if you would.
Even better. That's a 21.
Okay. This time you're staying firm. You even get a little bit cocky. You know, you're riding one hand up in the air. You're like, I need you to make one last ride check for me, please.
That's another 21.
Okay. And at this point, Ned is starting to like tire himself out a bit. He's still happily squealing and grunting around, but he's not bucking and trying to throw you off. And he sort of just wanders back to his pit, to his enclosure, where you are. The door shuts really quick and you're grabbed out of there before he has a chance to eat you. And all the other goblins, as you're pulled out, are like,
Oh, you survived.
I just stand with my hands on my head, my pumpkin on my head.
Oh, he's so brave. Look at him. Oh.
I look at the
You're right,
nearest-
I guess.
I look at the nearest lady goblin. I give them an apple. All like very knight giving a fair maiden a handkerchief style.
mm-hmm.
The apple very obviously smells of nitroglycerin.
Mm-hmm. And the lady goblin goes,
What is this?
Bam!
and another goblin is blown to pieces. So they start to clear up from that. They bring out makeshift brooms and shovels and just scoop away the remains of this goblin.
I pick through our belongings, like your pieces of it, to find anything metallic.
Yeah, there's bits, you know. There's a golden tooth that she
Yeah,
has from a human.
Anything metallic, I just put in another apple to make a nail apple bomb.
Okay. Okay.
We haven't even started yet, and Susie's already broken.
And again, once more, Slob stands on his tree stump, raises his hand to his mouth, and announces,
The next challenge, hide or get clubbed.
I don't get prize.
oh yeah. You are thrown a, what appears to be a gourd, that has a very crudely drawn dragon on it that's blowing fire out of its mouth. You have an elixir of fire breath.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
That's gonna be used sensibly.
I really have to resist not immediately using it.
Okay, so, Slob now points to you, Chuffy, and goes,
Do you hide?
I do hide.
Go hide.
Okay.
Hide? I hold up a piece of hide.
No, not that hide, stupid.
I'll hide.
I make you disappear.
No. Sneaky sneak. No boom boom.
No need sneaky boomed.
So, Chuffy, I need you to roll me a stealth check, if you would, please.
Okay.
This is the worst one shot to run. Why did I do this?
You didn't have any strepsils.
26.
20. Fucking.
It was a 50.
Alright.
Go the Pathfinder.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Just so you guys know, I have the highest charisma in the party at 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. That is truly incredible. Right. So you run off into the camp and you make yourself disappear as best you can. You hear as other goblins start walking around the camp and they have their clubs and they're going,
Come out. Come out. We'll only club you a lot. You don't need teeth.
but so far none of them have found you. And you listen, and you're listening for like an hour, 2 hours.
Can I join in?
Sure.
I want to try out new dog slicer.
Okay, roll a perception check, please.
So with my sneaking around as well, I'm not just hiding in one place. I'm waiting for them to check somewhere, and then I'll hide in that place because they know it's empty. So I'll just keep doing that.
Okay.
26.
What did you roll, Chuffy?
26.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Perception plus 9.
So
It is perception, I'm assuming.
in Pathfinder, if you match, do you beat it?
DM Fiat.
Okay, for comedy's sake, Chuffy, you are suddenly aware of Rita stood right in front of you.
I won't tell them if you let me poke you.
Flick a caltrop in her face and run away.
Poke.
Okay. Do you roll to attack with your caltrops?
Well, if they're on the ground, they roll to attack. So I assume if I attack with them, I
Okay.
should
I
roll
would
to-
poke at this. As soon as he makes a move, I want to poke.
Sure, you roll to attack with your dog slicer +1 too.
Fuck's sake! I used the wrong dice at first roll.
Okay, so it was a 17 on the dice. What do I add for flicking a caltrop?
0.
0. So it's a 17.
My AC is 16, so yeah. I rolled 21 all in all. AC
Yeah.
was 3.
Okay, so you both stand there like head to head, going at each other. Before, almost at the same time, Chuffy, you reach and fucking flick a caltrop, and Rita, as a caltrop hits you in the eye, you reach forward and you stab with your new dog slicer. And both of you roll damage.
It does 1 point of damage.
Oh. Rita, you take 1 point of damage as a caltrop pokes you in the eye.
Yeah, I roll a d4 +1. Is it because it has a +1 dog slicer? Is that added to damage or just to attack?
To both.
Both.
Same
I'm
as-
like
sorry,
D&D.
I rolled max. So 6.
What did you roll on the initial roll, by the way?
On the d4 or on the
On the d20?
18? So it actually would have been 22. I forgot to add the.
One-off critting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just killed me out.
Yeah,
Right?
I noticed that too late. Wouldn't that have been fun?
Okay, so Chuffy, as you run past Rita, she jabs you real good with this dog slicer.
6 points.
He's here! He's here!
And I'm going to betray him anyway because that's what I do.
Okay.
I'd like to attempt to hide again.
Okay, roll another stealth check for me. With disadvantage because you're bleeding profusely.
Damn it.
There is no disadvantage in Pathfinder.
Oh, yeah.
There is now. No.
So just the one roll? then?
Yeah, just a one.
Okay.
Oh no.
36.
Fuck's sake!
It was a natural 20.
Okay, and how you
fine.
accomplish
Fine.
this is you see that you are coated in blood because Rita got you good. So what you do is you dig into the wound and you cut yourself some more, and then you dive into a pile of viscera that was earlier made by Mogmuch, and you disappear.
He was here.
I'm just imagining E.T. in all the teddies. I'm just...
This pair of eyes went.
If anyone starts looking over, I'll just go cross-eyed.
So there's a pile of goblin bits and one goblin head sticking out. It's just like the tongue sticking out the side and everything.
Mhm.
And so you stay like that for most of the night before the bonfire really kicks off. Scribbleface's hut is now an inferno. This thing is... You could use this thing as a signal fire. This is an impressive bonfire that's been built. Mm-hmm.
I also set fire to 2 other huts.
Excellent.
I like the schoolboyish way of just. Excuse me, miss.
And 6 goblins.
And 6 goblins. Okay, so 3 huts are now a very, very big fire. And there's 6 other screaming on fire goblins who don't die straight away. They dance around the fire and make a ceremony of this, and you all watch. There's a goblin toasting marshmallows over the burning remains of one of his fellows. And the rest of the evening transpires much like this, with more goblins just getting blackout drunk, some more on fire. The fire of the hut starts catching to other buildings, and now at some point some semi-sober goblins start forming a small bucket brigade to try and save the encampment.
I put oil in their buckets instead of water.
Oh, God. And after a while, Chuffy, someone's coming to sweep away the goblin bits, and they find you. And they go,
Oh, that's where you were. So sneaky. Well, you won. Go get your prize.
Okay.
Where would I go for that?
okay, so you go up to Slob, and
Mhm.
he has a small chest. And he opens it, and he goes,
In here is the ring that lets you climb real good. It is yours. For now.
Thank you. I'll take it.
as you go to put your fingers in, he snaps it shut on your fingers, though.
No, there you go.
I take the box.
And then he turns to all of you, he says,
These prizes, come back. They belong to the chief. If you lose them, don't come back.
Just-
Hmm.
okay.
Bring them home after you do. Yeah. Fireworks, prizes. 2. Bring them back.
No chance.
I'm gonna say yours is like a potion
Yeah.
that you are definitely gonna use.
Yes. What's the ring, by the way?
the ring is a ring of climbing.
It's a +5 to climbing.
Yes.
Nice.
Whew. Excuse me.
Do you need,
Hmm?
do you need a moment to catch your breath?
Just, goblins, it's hard on the throat. So, is there anything else you guys want to do before the night draws to a close?
I'm gonna pinch a few arrows because I messed up. I shot a few, so.
Yeah, okay, you can do that.
And stab random things. Apples, people, huts. Thinking about the pig. No. Walk away.
There's a small trail of stabby destruction that follows Rita as she moves about the camp. She goes back to her own little hovel.
My hut is not made out of wood, for good reason.
I like to imagine there's just a continuous series of small explosions happening at all times of the day. Even when you're not home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everything's so unstable in there that it all just kind of explodes. Oh no, Lydia's actually got a knife.
Jesus.
I never play knifey characters. I got a knife.
Chuffy, is there anything you want to do before you head to bed?
Gather up some of the viscera before it all gets swept away. Sit on the top of a hut and just every so often just throw it at any goblin that walks past.
Yeah, okay, so you rain guts and viscera amongst your goblin kinsmen.
But there's a cage with a frog in it on one side and a cage with a spider in it on the other side, and I'm just talking to them like as though I'm having a full-on conversation.
All right, okay. So, the night begins to draw to a close. The huts are now embers. They've died down a lot. And you will all head back to your various hovels and huts to get a good night's sleep. And that's why I'm gonna actually take a quick break, because I really have to pee. So, we'll be back in like 10 minutes. Sorry, guys. So stay tuned, because we're doing the Idle Champions code, so you can download the game here. Idle Champions. And this is the code. It will also be on screen. So go redeem that, get a free golden chest, and we'll be back in like 5 minutes. Bye. Hi, welcome. Welcome back. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? I hope you all grabbed the code. It will be available for 24 hours, as I said on the screen, so make sure you redeem it as soon as possible.
Hey.
Stop, please. So, oh, so
All
just
the
before...
goblins are Scottish now. What are you on about?
Oh, hey, they are.
Hey?
I'm using this.
So, before the break, our brave and daring goblins were given a mission, a secret mission by their chief, and to retrieve fireworks from a map they'd been given. There was a big party, and they had to sleep. The morning breaks. You're all hungover as fuck. What would you like to do? You can smell the burning remains of most of your encampment and most of your tribe.
A disappointing evening.
You're muted, Lydia.
Nice.
Just saw. Stab more things.
I get ready to go. But today is serious day, so I have the skull on my head.
I stab some of the centipedes I found in my pocket and start dissecting them, one leg
You
after
are
the other.
a little kid with a magnifying glass burning ants.
Yeah, they're my favorite.
You're gonna grow up to be
But
serial
ants
killer.
bite. Centipedes don't.
Yeah, they bloody well do.
No, and if you cut their head off first.
They ain't
She's
wiping that
got
one.
a point there, eh?
Stay in the
Jamie.
bang.
So next one shot, Scottish one shot then, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, but we'll all be Welsh then. So.
So, you are all again brought to the center of your encampment, and you can see that there's some goblins that are just face down in the mud around the camping. You're not sure if they're just asleep or if they are dead.
I go over to one and stab it in the back.
I was about to say that.
Jesus Christ.
So, there's
It's in my
one,
backstory.
there's one goblin face down in the mud, and you can see that this goblin's asleep, and you hear it snoring, you hear a... And you just...
choking. I need to kill him. He's clearly dying. And put him out of his misery.
Trophy sounds different when he's sober.
Yeah. He's more talkative.
So Chuffy walks up and just boom, stabs his dagger in the back of this goblin that just goes and dies.
Farewell, sweet prince.
The kazoo music in the background makes it
Just
even
makes
better.
this so good. So, the chief is once again dragged out in front of you all, and again is heralded by Slob, who this time has managed to find a cone. And he steps forth, and the cone amplifies this, and before it was loud, Slob is adept at projecting his voice. This sounds like he's screaming in your ears as he goes...
You really went there with the whole sounds like it's screaming in your ears. It's almost like it was.
It's almost like we're there.
Start tapping along.
And
Good you.
he says,
Great heroes of the Licktoads, today you set out on your perilous journey to retrieve the fireworks. One last gift from the benevolent, most courteous chief.
and he clicks his fingers, and a parade of smaller goblins come out carrying fireworks in their arms.
No.
And he says,
Great heroes, use these in your quest to find us more fireworks.
Not logical.
I immediately run up and take all of them.
Okay, so
Just
you
start jamming them in a bag.
you are now given. I'm on the wrong page. 2 Desnan candles, 4 paper candles, and a skyrocket. If you give me a second, I will send you those. I should have had that prepared before, but hey, lol.
I know what they do.
Do you know what they do?
No,
Okay, give me
I
a
could
sec.
probably find out what they
No, give me a sec. Give me a sec. Send you this on Discord.
It's under alchemical weapons.
There you go.
It's under my chemical romance.
My Chemical
was-
Roman candles.
In Mog's case, that's super true.
What do you mean that's super true?
I mean, come on. You have a fetish.
Well,
What?
No,
I
you,
don't know.
the goblin.
It's not sexual at all. It's a primal thing. Instinct.
I mean, that's what they all say.
I
but...
mean, yeah.
are we sure it's not a column A, column B kind of situation?
We'll stab all of you with bombs.
So, as Mogmerch collects all the fireworks and steps back, the chief says, "Get them fireworks and bring them to me." And as he does, all the other goblins in the camp just throw themselves to the floor. One passes out, one just dies on the spot. And Slob says,
You heard the chief. Get going.
Ah! And I run to wherever he's pointing, even if it's not the correct direction.
and it's not. He's pointing at a wall.
I run into the wall.
Rita just bang. You bounce off the wall.
Ah. Is this where we're going? Was there a... Where's the map?
Put my hand on top of Rita's head.
Ah, it's a big
Whisk
head.
her in the right direction.
That
Just let go.
direction. Ah! And I run.
Like,
She's like a fucking Roomba.
it's like turning a toy soldier that's walking into a wall.
The Energizer Bunny.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
As she runs away as well, I'll go,
Farewell, sweet princess.
And the rest of the goblins in the camp cheer you on as you leave, and as you make your way out of the camp, they line the path out towards the exit of the camp, and they're stood there going,
Lick toad, lick toad, lick toad, lick toad.
I
As
pull
you
the
leave.
frog out of my pack and lick it as the way out.
Yeah.
I give one of them a toad.
"Is there a bomb?"
Yeah.
As you leave the camp, you turn back to watch as this goblin holds this toad, licks it, and that's all it needed to just.
I don't turn back because
Cool guys don't look at
don't look at
explosions. This is
explosions.
true. Well, the goblin licks a toad and explodes. Okay. So, there's a sentence I literally never ever thought I would say.
You're gonna have to
Put
say
it
it more than once.
But it'd make a brilliant chat command. I give one of the goblins a toad. A toad. Is it a bomb?
Okay, so you set out into the brine stump, which is it's a marsh, and so it's boggy and difficult to get through. 'Cause you're only wee babby small things. You've only got little legs, so there's points where the water gets very deep, and there's muck and just thick clogging dirt that's almost threatening to drag you into the swamp. And you're walking for what feels like hours and hours as you sludge your way through the muck. You turn back. Camp is about 100 feet away. You sweat and toil as you make your way through, clawing through the mud and the crap.
I don't know why I've just got Wonder Boy in my head.
Wonder Goblin. So once you get going, you start to find out where the earth is suitable for walking on, and you know that there are bits of deep brackish water that would drown a goblin. And oh look, there's one as you walk past.
I pushed Chuffy in.
Hmm?
I pushed Chuffy in.
I was going to say I'm about to try and stab the goblin that we're walking past, but...
Okay, so as you're walking past, you see a goblin floating face down in the water. And Chuffy, you pull out your dog slicer to give it a poke. As you do, you feel a hand press into the back of your back, in the middle of your back, and a push. As you go poof into the water.
I just kind of like, is it in Apocalypse Now? Just the water rise.
The commando style.
Yeah. And just do the whole... Then back down into the water.
Are you staying in the water?
Just, I'm making a point, and then all of a sudden it's just a ton of bubbles, and then I get out of the water.
Okay, so so Mugmatch and Rita, you walk for a bit longer, leaving Chuffy in the water, and you know, for a while, just the top of his head's following you, and then suddenly it disappears, and then there's bubbles. And then you don't see him anymore.
Not knowing what happened, I'm like,
You killed Chuffy? I did not hear bomb explode.
No, water killed Chuffy.
Water killed Chuffy.
Yeah.
Meh.
and then we'll go on.
Then I emerge.
Chuffy the Immortal! Yeah! I mean,
You know killed Chuffy. Chuffy here.
I say,
no,
we no kill Chuffy.
Water no kill Chuffy either.
Yeah, water weak, not goblin.
no one killed Chuffy.
Chuffy quiet.
Jamie, you really...
Super quiet, which is very appropriate.
No one killed Chuffy.
There's just a really sad-looking Chuffy at the back, just drenched head to toe, crying.
No one killed Chuffy. Yet.
And then I turn around and walk on.
Okay, so you continue walking, and you make your way for about a good half an hour, 45 minutes. Before you hear the sound of water moving, and not the usual sound of like the odd disturbing. This is something moving in the water. I need you all to make a perception check, please.
15.
15.
Oh, good gravy. 8.
Chuffy?
18.
Okay, so everybody except Mogmatch, you notice what appears to be something goblin shaped, wrapped in like a silky web, just bobbing around in the water. And you follow that, you follow it upstream, and you look up. And you look up into the trees, and you see a giant spider lurking in the trees, building a big web. And this is what you know. This is Lotsleg Eats Goblin Babies Many.
Of course it is.
This is a terrible, scary creature, and I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh. Where did I put my pen? Hey, that's good. Do 1 second. Okay. Okay, 25 to 20?
23.
Okay. 15 to 20. 10 to 15?
12.
Okay, and Jamie. You muted, dude. Can't hear you at all.
Windows strikes again.
Windows! That's all good. It's all good. Take time. No worries.
Let's have to look up what acid does.
That's not a good sign.
Ooh, it does splash damage. Is this goblin battle music?
It is. Honestly, God, finding the music for today has been so great. A lot of it came from Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, I think.
No. Still nothing but...
That's no good.
Did you just say you sniggered?
I said that's no good.
Oh, isn't... I thought you were like Muttley, like...
Can you put it through to like your webcam mic, just for the time being?
Might need a PC restart.
Oh,
Did you hear anything then?
yeah, we got you.
Right, because it's not actually registering that it's changed anything yet.
What the hell?
Yeah. Okay, so now it's coming through the webcam. I'll try and put it back to the microphone now.
Okie doke.
Okay, and it should.
Hey, you're back.
Yay! You are super quiet, but you're back.
Try and sort the levels out, but
That's all good.
I said I had a 19 by the way.
19, okie dokie. So you come before Rita. Alright, so, Mogmuch, you see now ahead of you as Rita and Chuffy point out that there is lots like eats many goblin babies. Or whatever the fuck. It lots like eat goblin babies many. Ahead of you.
Okay,
It's about 20 feet in front of you.
okay. I take out a snail shell
Mm-hmm.
and throw it. It's a bomb.
Okay. Roll an attack.
That's a 19.
A 19. No, 19. Yes, that will hit, unsurprisingly.
Yeah. 6 points of fire damage.
Okay. There is an almighty explosion, and the trees shake, and the web burns away, and the creature drops to the floor as Mog throws a snail shell. It's now the spider's turn, and it's going to rush towards you. Who would be at the front?
Not me.
The
I
rest
mean,
of my
Chuffy
turn.
was at the back with the water thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Did you want to do anything else, Stu? Sorry.
Yeah, I drink an extract.
Okay.
And I get this sort of very slimy looking shield around me. It's a shield extract.
Okay. So you at the front then, Mog.
Yeah.
All right. So you watch as the Lot's legs runs towards you with lots of legs, and it rears back and tries to chomp down at you. with a 16 to hit.
That will miss.
Damn. Okay, it snaps its jaws at you, but the slimy shield extract protects you.
I have 21 AC right now.
Damn. Okay, which brings us to Chuffy.
Okay, I would like to. You said it's loads of trees around, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it sort of nesting up in the trees?
It was, but it's now down on the ground in front of Mogmuch.
Okay. Well, in that case, I would actually like to sort of break off from the back, stealth, climb up a tree.
Okay, you can do that. Roll me a stealth check, please.
A whole bunch. 22.
22. Okay, and roll me a climb check, please.
And I have +5 on that because of ring. 25.
Okay, so you sort of fade off into the background and then skitter up a tree. Is there anything else you want to do?
Can I launch my attack from there, or is that my turn? I don't know how the turn system works right now. How much can I do within a turn?
Climbing is your movement, so you still have a standard action left.
So basically, could I drop from the tree?
Yes. Let's let this happen. So roll your attack.
Okay. It's gonna be an 18.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool. So what am I adding for this, Stu? Because I don't add dex to this, but can I add?
It says on the sheet it's plus.
Oh yeah. So it's 1d4. It's 1d4 minus 1, so that's going to be 1 point of damage.
And your sneak attack.
What's my sneak attack?
A d6.
Oh yeah, it's under special attacks, that's why I can't find it. Oh, +5 on that. So 6.
Nice. Okay. So, Chuffy, you skitter up a tree and you launch yourself out of the tree, like back arched, holding the dagger up, and you let out a little scream as you come flying down and plunge your dog slicer into the back of the lot's legs, and it goes as it rears up in pain. Rita.
I'm going to pull my bow and attack it while everyone is on the spider. Well,
Yep.
you know, 14 plus 5. That is 19.
Okay, that does hit. Roll your damage.
Just 1. Oh, 2. Because no, that's the dog slicer. 1.
Just 1. Okay. So, you stand there, you pull your bow, and let loose your arrow. As you do, you watch the scene in front of you as Mogmuch is stood, hands on his hips triumphantly in front of the lot's legs as it's trying to bear down upon him. And he's like, nah, and he looks visibly slimy and gross. And then you watch as Chuffy just launches himself from a tree with a scream, and then use this moment to, while he's distracted, to draw back and take your shot. Mog, it's up to you.
All right. So I take a little flask out of my pouch. It's got a skull on it. I drip myself. Uncork it. I drink it. I take my mutagen and give myself +4 strength. And -2 intelligence.
Okay.
It's alright, intelligence is a dump stat anyway.
And I just want to try and pull its front legs off.
Okay. So what is that?
Say it's a melee attack, I guess.
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot. 16.
16. That does hit.
Yeah. Three, 4, 5 points of damage.
Okay. So, Rita, Chuffy, you watch as Mog takes this potion with a very excellently drawn skull on it, and he swigs it, and suddenly this tiny goblin just gets swole as shit. Just
One arm's bigger than the other arm, though.
of course, which is
Yeah.
a massive arm, one little arm. It just grabs the front of the spider and just wrenches its legs off, and it lets out a horrific keening cry as it slumps, and Chuffy, you are thrown from the top of this creature as it just twitches, and you feel its legs curl up underneath it as it dies.
Can I try and style the landing?
Yeah, let's see what we could use for this. Roll me a perform check.
Oh god, do I have anything to that? I don't think I do. I don't. That's it's a natural 20.
Oh, check you!
So I think that's a proper hero landing. Like I don't actually have any hair, but like imagine someone just gets blown away from my face.
So, Chuffy, you are thrown from the back of this spider, which compared to you guys is big. And you go flying, and you sort of somersault in midair, and as you do, you catch a bit of the web on top of your head. You land, hero's landing, 3 points, but your head up as you do. A bit of wind just takes the web and breezes behind you.
And then
Stand
one
up.
of the pimples bursts.
Is it like a Brit at the beach with one of the hankies all twisted up on his head? It just flows off and he's like, ooh!
Which looks really great until...
Remember, the breeze takes that as well. Just everything.
Oh! Mog, you feel like a hit you. This creature now lies incredibly dead before you.
Does it have fangs?
It does.
I go up to them, still roided out. I pull its fangs off. I pull its eyeballs out.
There's 8 of them.
Yeah. I eat 7.
Hmm. You guys watch as Mog is stood there in front of this thing, just plucking eyes and...
I put one in my pouch.
Oh.
What would you like to do?
So I've stand on top of the main body of it, all like majestically, one leg up, and just.
Who you pose for?
Hmm?
Who you pose for?
Hmm? Me?
Okay, keep doing.
Mhm.
I take
I
my
take the,
arrow.
I take the frog out, put it on my knee.
Oh, is that bum?
Uh-uh. This is Fat Frog. He's a fat frog.
Eh?
This is Fat Frog. He's a fat frog.
Eh?
He's not bum.
Eh?
Yet.
Eh?
No. He's not bum. No.
Yet.
No.
Eh? I throw the last eyeball at your face.
You gotta try and catch it.
Yeah. I keep having to refer to a thing because I'm not sleight of hand.
19.
Okay, so Mug throws this eyeball at you and you just catch it and it just sort of goes in your hands a little bit as you grip it maybe a little bit too tight. It starts to ooze down your arm.
I lick it off my arm.
It was a bomb.
Oh, God. How did you have time to get a bomb already?
It's not a bomb.
I'm gonna say
I mean, for hilarity's sake.
It's like a powder bomb, you know. It's like doesn't actually do anything.
You swear, Chuffy, in the back of your head you hear a tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock as you hold this eyeball in your hand.
I got half a mind to try and put it back in the spider's head, but like the wrong eye.
It's like trying to put a square brick in a circle hole. You're like...
No, I put it in my jar with my alligator eyes.
Okay.
Oh god, that's now a shrapnel bomb.
I would like you all to roll me a survival check, if you would.
Goblins aren't very good at surviving.
13.
Survival is a wisdom skill still, right?
I think so.
Yes, it is. Okay.
It's just
A 20 then.
it's 11.
Okay, all of you managed to make out pretty clearly a small trail that leads back to what looks like the spider's den.
I go in.
All right. So you look inside, and it's like a lair constructed of dead trees and boulders and stuff, all sort of loosely piled together into like a little cavern. And it's all coated in webs, and you see, like stuck to the walls, there's dead things all wrapped up in cocoons, like splattered all over the place, coated in webs. And I would like if you go inside to roll me a perception check, please.
19.
19. Okay. You discover a small pouch with 24 gold pieces in it.
Throw it away.
A pearl.
Shrapnel. Actually, no, I don't throw the gold away. I make it into a bomb.
Okay, you find a pearl. You find 2 potions.
Ooh, I'm an alchemist. I know what they do.
Okay, you find 2 potions of cure moderate wounds.
Oh.
You also find tucked away under another lot of webbing 2 more potions. One is a potion of bull strength. The other is of bear's endurance.
Ooh.
And then, almost as if it's preserved on a sacrificial altar, a dais, you find a wax paper sealed package.
I open it up.
Inside are 6 pieces of taffy.
I don't know what taffy is, so I turn it into a bomb.
It smells like licorice.
It's a licorice bomb now.
What is wrong with you? Oh, okay. There's anything else you guys want to do here, or do you want to move on?
While
Set
he's,
fire to the inside of the cave.
I was about to say, while he's doing that, I'm trying to see if the webbing's flammable or will burn.
Okay, some of it catches because some of it's quite old, but there's still quite a lot of new moist webbing.
Pour oil on it.
I'll set fire to the tree then instead.
Okay, so between Chuffy and Mogmerch, you handily set fire to this little cavern, and before you know it, an inferno is spreading in this localized area because it is a swamp.
Pretty.
I sort of run through with the oil, pouring it on the top of the bog, and letting it. So there's like that, where the oil's on fire on top of the water.
You watch as swamp creatures just sort of start diving out of the water. Some of them are on fire because they're coated in oil. You hear like some toads and frogs like making horrendous noises as they're fleeing this then home that is now on fire.
I chase one of the frogs to put in one of my spare cages.
Okay. You find one that is currently aflame, and it's kind of hot to touch, so you like before you manage to pick it up and scoop it up and put it still slightly singed into your little chest.
Oh, so it's not on fire anymore.
No, it goes out.
It would have been a great frog lantern.
It's not an ever burning toad.
I'm gonna call this one.
This one's Charlie, because he's Chad.
I hate that. I hate it.
Not the worst thing he's ever said.
No,
No, it's really not.
It is.
No, it
It is to
really
me.
isn't.
It is to me. It is to me.
All right, so you refer back to the map and you see you've not quite reached your destination yet, which is a dead giveaway because you haven't found fireworks yet.
Oh yeah, it's that we have a map.
You do have a map, yes.
Can I have a look at the map?
Yeah, so you're looking at a very crudely drawn, safe map. There's no writing on this. It's not forbidden. And basically there's a very shitty picture of a goblin camp, complete with little goblins gathered around with various weapons. And there's water drawn on and trees to signify the swamp. And there's a dotted line that leads all the way to the coast, where there is a very, very shittily drawn ship on it. And that's where there's a big red cross.
Oh.
Do we know what a ship is?
No. None of you have ever left the camp.
We need to go to this log.
It's a bathtub.
Yeah, what?
It's a bathtub.
Yeah.
What?
For storing explosives.
Tub.
It says that's where firework is.
You guys
It
don't
must
know what a bathtub is.
I do.
Yeah,
Mug
Mugmerch does.
I have
Yeah.
15 intelligence, I have you know.
It must be. It must be because they say that's firework. So bathtub. That is bathtub.
Don't try think, Rita. It not suit you.
It also hurts.
Yeah.
Mm. You lead the way then. I stab.
Okay.
And I run along as I did before. Do I run into another wall?
You hit a tree. Whack! Boom! Like George of the Jungle, just poof. You plop down into the mud on your bum.
You do actually have the highest survival with a +3.
Okay, so you make your way through the rest of the swamp, and before long, you see before you a two-masted ship lies mired in the mud in this clearing. It's rigged with, its rigging thick with moss and decorated with lanterns and wind chimes made from goblin skulls and bones. Strange writing is faintly visible along the ship's prow, while the soggy, swampy yard that surrounds the wreck is encircled by a rickety wooden fence. A thin curl of smoke wafts up from a chimney that protrudes from an unusual box-like structure near the ship's bow.
Oh, I like this decorating. It's very goblin chic. It's like
that-
my house.
Is that letters?
Don't try think.
Ah.
No, but it would be letters what I recognize from Scrollface.
Mm-hmm.
Burn it. This letter's bad. Evil, good. What's the difference again? I don't know, but burn it.
Burn?
Burn.
We find firework first though, because burn make firework go boom.
So? Oh, we need bring back. Yes, we need bring back.
Yeah, so I can become new chief by using firework to kill chief.
I slap him. Chuffy, that is, because the sound is loud. And I think he just stuck that way. Jamie did.
You see Chuffy hold that look for about 10 minutes before he actually lets out a breath.
Despite the slap.
Yeah, you stopped him from making the noise, but he's still...
But if you knew Chief, an old Chief dead, we all explode?
No.
No, probably would. Yes.
Have many explode?
No.
What about half in the galaxy?
What?
Nothing?
Eh?
No?
Eh. Go.
Who-
Fireworks.
Who explode then?
Who dad made you, Chief?
Go soon. If you don't go, find out what's in there.
Okay.
I'd like to stealth on my way and check for traps as I go.
I will not stealth. I will walk because he pointed into a direction.
Yeah, he did.
No,
He
Rita,
sure
no.
did.
I'm attempting to quickly check in the path she's walking. No.
I'm not running. I'm still trying to process what he just said.
Okay.
Trying to count fingers. Not actually that's useful for that purpose, but still doing it. And then walk just sort of straight ahead.
I'm going to drink another potion.
Mm-hmm.
Not a potion, an extract. And I half in size again. Phew.
He's so tiny now.
And I sneak in.
Okay, before any of this happens, you see in the front of this yard, there's like a small, like shack also in the front yard, and you see this creature step out, and Rita, as you approach, it sort of looks at you. This thing it looks like a horse, but its mouth is like a dog's mouth, and it stretches all the way back up, and you just see lots of big horrible teeth. And it knows you're here, and it looks at you.
Is it canine of sorts? I mean, that's a weird sort of just with the teeth.
It's a horse with a,
Yeah, I know,
a
but-
dog's muzzle. So you know what a dog's muzzle looks like, but the rest of it looks like a horse.
Yeah, but I have the whole, the dog sniff hate. So if it is some form of...
Well, let's go with yes. It's a horrific mixture of the both. And you remember the chief saying that if a dog came across your path, to make it dead. If a horse came across your path, make it dead. This one's both, so you've got to make it double dead.
I'm gonna attack it straight away.
Okay, so Rita goes running in. I need you to make me an attack roll, please.
Does the whole morale thing feature in here? Against creatures, you gain a +1 morale bonus on attack rolls. Okay.
Yep.
If it is a dog.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that in total is 18, 20, not natural.
Okay. Yeah. That does hit.
That is 3 damage.
3 damage, okay. So Rita, you come in, you bound over this fence, and you just and bring your dog slicer onto like the flank of this horse thing, which rears up and it makes sort of like a whinny bark. And now I need everybody to roll initiative.
Okay. That's a lot.
I got the same again as last time.
Alright. Well, that was shit. Okay. 25 to 20.
25.
15 to 20?
No, 19.
Oh, it was +2 damage.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. So 19 for Chuffy.
Mm-hmm.
What did you get?
7.
Rita? 7?
7.
7.
7. Okay, Mog, you are teeny tiny, and you see Rita go running towards this big creature, which is rearing back and whinnying and making a lot of noise. What do you do?
So I sneak round, itty bitty, and I throw a bomb. Except it's not a bomb. It's acid.
Okay.
Wait. Ooh. Yeah. That's 17 plus 8. 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it does D6 acid damage. That's 6 plus 2. 8 points of acid damage.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mog, you pitch this. What does your bomb look like?
It's just a ball of snot. This acid's it's just a globule of something. It's probably a piece of an ooze at some point.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll go with this because it's extra disgusting on Goblin. Eh? This is one you've crafted over a small period of time where you've been mining for gold up in your nose and created like a safe outer shell for you to hold
That's
this
not from my
acidic ooze. You're disgusting. You grab it out of your pocket, you throw it, and as you do, it breaks contact with the back of this creature, just splits and sprays acid ooze all over this creature. And you watch as its flesh begins to melt away, and you can see bone as this thing makes a horrific noise.
I'm also 11 inches tall right now.
It's now the creature's turn, and it's going to attack Rita, which was right in front of it. No. It rears back in pain, but as the snot bomb from Mog hits it, it misses completely and just boom into the earth, just inches away from you, Rita. Speaking of, it is now your turn.
Stop!
Oh no, sorry, it's Chuffy's turn. Oh, sorry.
So sneak round, then stab. Approach into a flanking position,
Excellent.
and then stab. It's gonna be 15.
Yep.
Cool. And that's gonna be 5 points of damage.
Damn. Okay. Where are you stabbing this thing?
I'm seeing it's kind of horse-like, trying to go for a tendon on the leg.
Okay, so you sneak around, you slide under its legs, and as you do, you bring your dog slicer up and cut the back of it at its knees, and it sort of buckles down, and whinnies as it does. Rita, this thing is now down, and its head is on your level.
Stop! And that is 18 plus tons.
Yeah.
21, 23, yeah. Ooh, 4 plus 1, 5 plus 2, 6. Right in the eye.
Okay, so you bring back your shiny new toy, and it's down at your level, and you can see it's just got pain in its eyes and confusion, but it's also got this dog mouth, and you hate dogs. Dogs must die. And so you bring back your blade and just right into its eye, and it like twitches, and you see its like tongue come out, and it stops moving.
My dog, horse, is dead. It's dead. I did well. Just have it a few more times.
I leave Rita to whatever Rita does, and I go in to the bathtub.
Okay.
But as I see you do that, you're tiny. I have a spare cage for you.
Is that wise?
No.
Okay. So Rita and Chuffy, what are you doing? Are you just following in?
Rita is dead. Stop kicking it. I mean, no, keep kicking it, but fireworks. Kick on the way back. Burn
One
it.
last stab into the other eye, and then I follow.
Okay.
It's okay. We burn it on the way out.
You actually managed to pull the eyeball with you. And you pull, and it's on your blade.
I lick it.
Tastes good.
Tastes good.
Oh, I lick it.
Tastes
And I
good.
kind of like take out my eye jar, like.
Safekeeping.
May I get one of those after?
Okay.
Okay. And I give him the eye.
Slides off the eyeball into your jar for safekeeping. Before you follow in.
Mhm.
Okie dokie. So you see now that this is the top of a ship. This is the top deck. And there's a vine-choked gangplank with a mossy handrail that descends sharply from the ship's bow to the muddy ground below. One of the handrails seems to be encrusted with a large ball of dried mud. And it's very steep to get up here, so I need you all to make a climb check to get up here.
I'm also wanting to be sneaky and check for traps once we get up.
Okay, I need you to roll me a knowledge nature check then, please, Chuffy.
Okay, I'll do the climb check first because I already rolled it. That's gonna be 17 for that.
Okay, yeah, you make your way up, no problem at all.
Oh no.
What's the other check you wanted me to do, sir?
Knowledge nature.
Okay.
No.
Just trying
What's
to
the oh no
find
for
where
Stu?
Currently have a 4 in strength.
That's gonna be a natural 1.
Okay,
0 on the climb check.
so Chuffy, it's just a weird ball of mud. It's fine.
Okay.
This gangplank seems safe.
The gangplank is safe.
I don't know what a gangplank is.
I can't get up it anyway because rolled a 0.
Mogmach, you're so tiny that you try and make your way up, but every inch you gain, you lose a foot. You just...
I just stand at the bottom, tapping my foot.
Rita?
Yeah, I'll try and climb along, I guess. I don't have climb as such, but
It's just strength.
Yeah, it's just strength.
okay. That's a rolled 4. Plus 1 if that's the same system as me. 5.
Okay, so Rita and Mogmach can't quite make their way up. Chuffy, you stand and you look at these idiots for a minute, and then you hear frenzied buzzing, which gets louder and louder, and then suddenly the weird ball of mud to your right explodes and wasps fly out at you.
That for fire is it?
At first, I need Chuffy to make me a fortitude save.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, reflex save, sorry.
Reflex. So that's even better. That'll be a 21 then.
21, okay. You bat away and you manage to dodge these wasps which are swarming around you. Mog, you said you were throwing a fire, okay. Roll an attack.
25 again.
Okay,
That's
that,
a
okay.
lucky number. How close is Chuffy to this?
Oh, I stood next to it.
I thought I just dove out the way.
Oh, no, well, okay. You're about 10 feet away then.
Am I bobbing and weaving the bees?
You are, yeah.
10 feet, not 5 feet?
Yeah.
10 feet. So
5 feet, yeah, that's more like a...
He just wanted me to get in the blast
He
radius.
does,
eh?
yeah.
yeah. Takes 6 points of fire damage, and Chuffy takes 3 points of fire damage.
Charlie! Oh, it's okay.
The wasp's nest just disintegrates. and the wasps around are caught on fire, and there's a couple that like come past you, Chuffy, that if wasps could scream, it'd be like as they fly past you, their little wings on fire.
You know what's worse? That's alchemist fire. That's napalm.
And the handrail starts catching on fire.
I look down at him, like,
fuck you. I'm not helping you up.
Sorry, big bomb.
You're
Excuse
not
me.
sorry.
Misjudged size, you know.
You're never
Bomb get
sorry.
big when I throw, but small on me.
You're never sorry.
Where am I in that whole situation?
You're
Would
down
you
at the
like-
bottom.
Down
Like
at the
a
bottom.
bomb?
Is that to me or?
Hmm.
I die if you give bomb.
Hmm.
I'm not smart, but I know that. And
Yeah.
I'll try and climb again, I guess.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Hey. Newly inspired by Mogmerch offering you explosives, you scramble your way up that gangplank like a spider. You are.
Yeah.
So, Mogmerch.
I want to whisper to Chuffy. Told you, if he can, he explode everything.
I know, but wait. Magmat, I'll help you up on one condition.
and I would take out a stuffed raven from my pack. And go,
You make this a bomb.
It already is.
I shake it.
Something inside sloshes around.
No, it's a stuffed. It's
Stuffed, so it just.
No.
Oh.
Something inside sloshes around.
Oh?
I walk away from Chuffy.
Don't drop it.
he just froze in place.
I drink my last extract as an extractive jump and jump up.
Okay. So you bung bung bung. Make
Boing.
your way up. Just one. One big bound. Okay.
Oh yeah, I have one of those.
So you find yourselves on the main deck of the shipwreck, and you see it's cluttered with objects, both natural and artificial. There are swaths of leafy vines that are growing all over the deck. There's shiny patches of green algae and moss where the vines aren't. The central cabin's roof has a wide edge, creating a canopied walkway along the ship's sides. A flight of steps up to the roof of the ship's main cabin, the entrance to which is blocked by a door, decorated by a large number of rodent and bird skulls. There's a smoking stovepipe chimney that extends up from the ship's highest point in front of you.
I go straight to that.
Okay.
I would like to stealth.
Roll me a stealth check, please.
32.
32. Okay.
I'd also like to stealth.
Roll me a stealth check, please.
Nobody's pointed in any random direction for me to run to, so I'll follow suit.
30.
21.
Alright, okay. So, you make your way very stealthily. You're avoiding treading on any sort of leaves. You know, you're moving on bits where it's like thick algae to sort of cushion your steps. You head towards the door with all the skulls on it.
How tall is the chimney?
I don't know. About a foot, 2 foot. It's a chimney.
And how wide is it?
Not wide enough to fit a goblin in it.
Are you
I don't
sure?
know. To fit a bomb in it.
Well, not wide enough to fit a goblin now. If you were
That's it.
smaller.
I'm currently 11 inches tall.
Oh, yeah, you are.
You could, in theory, fit down this chimney if you wish to. It would be wide enough to fit an 11-inch tall goblin down.
I jump down the chimney.
Well, that's one problem gone.
Farewell, sweet prince.
Rita, Chuffy, you see his Mogmatch just woof jumps onto the top of the cabin and then jumps straight down this chimney. Mogmatch, you arrive in
Style.
flames as you arrive in a fireplace that is on fire.
How long has it been since I drank my reduced size potion?
Not
About a
very.
minute?
Yeah.
About a minute? Alright. I turn back into normal size at this point then?
Okay. And you take, hang on.
And run out of the fire?
You take 2 points of fire damage.
Okay.
As you do, you come face to face with a large mastiff with spit hanging out of its jowls. You see it's wearing a collar with a tag. If you could read, you'd
can.
Oh, you can read. The tag says Cuddles. And
I
this
throw acid at Cuddles.
Okay, 1 second.
Natural 20!
Yeah, it hits.
I just realised as well I had a grappling hook this entire time.
12 points of acid damage.
I didn't, but I had a meat hook. Much the same.
You can still use that. I can still use the grappling hook.
I had
Mogmatch,
a spider climb. I did not realize that.
you grab this acid out of your pocket and it, stings you as you pull it out and you launch it at Cuddles. You melt the fucking dog. And you two hear from the other side of the door as there's a...
Cuddles is now Puddles.
Oh.
Is there anything else in the room?
Yes, you are in a galley, like a galley kitchen. And you see that this room is a blood-spattered chamber of horror. Dead rodents, snakes, and birds have been variously nailed, tied, and hung around the walls. At the far end of the room, there's a large cauldron that bubbles over an iron stove. Oh no, you were in the stove. So there's a
I was in the stove.
yes, there is a cauldron in here too. That has the remnants of a stew in it. There's a bloody
Goodness.
burlap.
Sorry. I mean,
See, normally, Stuart makes reference to food for damage. Susie makes reference to people in food.
stew is the food.
There's a bloody burlap sack that sits on the floor next to the stove. And you can see sticking out of it is a goblin leg. In the center of the room, there's a long rickety table surrounded by chairs that contains several grisly decorations. A whole family of skeletal goblins, their bones bleached white and bound together by reeds and twine.
Take one of the goblin skulls,
Mhm.
and I scoop my acid back up with bits of Cuddles in it as well. Put it back in my pouch. And I pick the goblin leg up. I open the door slightly, and I let out a horrible as I throw the leg out. Just like a horrible hurt scream as I throw the leg out.
Okay, Chuffy and Rita.
Well, he's dead.
Probably.
Let's leave.
Probably for the.
Let's keep
We
going.
still need the firework.
Oh, and he's got loads of toys in his pouch. We can steal it.
He also has more firework.
Okay, let's loot the body.
Yeah.
We open
Is
the
there
door.
another way in?
It's just that door from where you guys can see beyond the chimney.
Can I try and, as they sneak in, be behind the door,
Mhm.
and then as they come in, sneak out?
Well, my plan was to is there any way I can get higher so that when we open the door, I'm coming from the top?
You could use Rita's shoulders to climb up on.
I'll
Okay,
let you.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Okay, so these two, Rita and Chuffy, sort of go shoulder and peek around the door. You roll me a stealth check, please, Mog.
Shall we perception?
Yes, please, you two.
Natural 20.
Fuck's sake.
I was close.
24.
Where's perception?
If it's not on your sheet, it's just...
Oh no, it is. It's just in amongst all of it. So that's going to be a 19 from me.
Okay, you two cannot see Mog much.
Where is he?
There's a puddle on the floor. He melted himself.
He melted the fireworks!
No!
And I sneak out.
Okay, you sneak out.
I use my Tanglefoot bag to stick the door shut.
Okay,
And then it hardens instantly. There's a Tanglefoot bag.
you have sealed the door shut.
What is that?
I don't know.
I want to go look for any other entrances.
Here's the thing. There aren't any from the deck you're on. However, Rita and Chuffy, you see at the other end of this galley kitchen another door.
Oh,
I walk out the door.
I went out the wrong door. Oh well.
What? And you said there's tons of little things and like animals and creatures.
Yeah. In this room where you are now, there's like birds and rats and stuff stuck all over the walls. There's a goblin family seated around this table, all bound up as skeletal.
I
One of them's
stab a
missing
couple
a
of
head.
things.
Can I turn one of them's heads upside down?
You certainly
Try
can.
try to place it back on the body.
So one of them is missing a skull anyway, because that's what Mog used to clean up the scoop up some of the acid. Rita is just going around the room stabbing indiscriminately. And you, Chuffy, I would like you to roll me a sleight of hand just to see how well you do.
I'm a deft hand at sleight of hand. Oh, okay, so 27.
Okay. You there like yeah, take some time and you balance it perfectly.
I go by and stab it.
I lift one of them's arms up, rearrange the fingers, and I keep that one with me.
I think it's hilarious.
I keep that one with me and stick it in the back of my shirt, so it's always like behind me.
And every time I look away and look back, I burst into laughter again.
Because that is hilarious. Mog Merch, what are you doing?
I'm trying to find another way in. And if there isn't another way in, I'm making another way in.
Okay.
Oh, is there another way in?
There is not.
Okay, I don't cuddles out onto the deck again and try and melt through the deck.
Okay. You melt a hole into the deck and you see below mud. The ship is mostly submerged.
Oh yeah. Is there another place I could blow a hole in to get into the like cabin area?
Yeah, I mean the cabin is quite wide. You know, there was the door, but there's also like, you know, wooden walls. So
Is there a window?
No. There may have been once, but it's all like ramshackle, been, you know, reinforced.
Okay. I have one thing of acid left. I go up above to make sure I'm not in the same room as they're in and burn a hole in the roof.
Okay, so you go up and you go further back this time past the chimney and you pour out the acid and wait for it to make a hole. As you do, you look down and you see what appears to be an elderly old lady goblin and a giant frog. And as you see them look up and she goes,
Eh? Who are you?
Hey, I come for firework.
No! My fireworks, get out!
Okay. I drop a bomb in there.
okay.
Please don't kill the giant frog. I want the giant frog.
You drop a bomb.
You've killed my baby.
How many bombs does he have?
All of them.
I have 3 vials of acid, 3 vials of alchemist fire, and 4 bombs.
Is that left?
No, that's in total for the day.
Oh.
So I have no acid left, 2 alchemist fire, and at this point, 2 bombs. That is a 20 to hit.
Yep.
6 points of damage, fire damage, and then the frog. If the frog's next to her,
Yep.
the frog takes 2.
Okay. And you hear her go, ah!
Lord Longton, get him!
And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Where are we at that point?
You are basically on the other side of the door, and you can hear all this happening.
I heard an explosion.
How many 10-foot bags?
Me too. Wow. He's alive.
He's alive. Or he's a ghost.
Can you stab a ghost?
I'll find out.
Yeah, you go first.
I might as well with this 20.
Okay. 25 to 20.
20.
22.
Oh, shit.
Also 20.
Is it the dex thing again for Pathfinder?
17.
18.
Okay.
I'm not a fighter with less dex.
Mogmerch is pretty boss.
The moment is pretty OP if you ask me. I've got a bow and a dagger and that's it. And
I've
both
got a
just do a
19
d4.
Level 1 fighters are a bit weak. Level 1 dex fighters are even weaker. But high level dex fighters are crazy when you fire like 25 arrows a turn.
Yeah, well.
So, Chuffy, you've heard the explosion. You've heard another goblin who isn't any of the party talking. What do you do?
Are they close by? Can
Yeah,
I
it's just
figure out
on the
where-
other side of the door where you are.
Oh, in that case, I'd like to, in true roguish style, boot the door in,
Mm-hmm.
and like blades drawn, just rush in, see what's what.
Okay, so you burst into this room, and you see an elderly-looking female goblin wearing what can only be described as a witch's hat. Stood next to a giant toad. This room isn't the biggest room. It's about 30 feet by 15 feet. And it's cluttered with her furniture. This is her living quarters. And she turns and goes,
Ah, another one!
Ah,
Is she sort of in between me and the
Right.
toad?
Skeletor.
yes.
yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
Right. What I would like to do is run at her
Mm-hmm.
and with my attack sort of stab her and try and springboard and jump onto the toad by stabbing her.
Okay, yeah, we can do this. We can do this. Roll your attack.
That's gonna be 22 to hit.
And just roll me like acrobatics as well.
Okay. That's +8. So.
That's it's a skill here.
16 + 8 is
24.
24.
24 then. 24 for acrobatics.
Okay,
The damage on the attack
Damage,
is just 3 points.
just 3. Okay. So you jump forward and you do a spinny somersault and you plunge the dagger into the old lady and then just use that to spring off again and doing a little flip and you land on the back of the giant toad.
Did you do sneak attack?
I did.
Oh, did you?
So
Well,
that was-
because it was a 1 on the d4, there's a -1, and it was a 3 on the d6.
Right.
and she and then she turns and she's like,
no! Lord Longtongue!
I just shout,
Dibs.
it's mine now.
okay, Mog, you're up.
I would like to spend my turn using all of the various goop in my bag to make another Tanglefoot bag.
Okay.
So it's a craft alchemy check. Oh, that's a 18 plus 6. What's 18 plus 6?
24.
24. Oh, the DC 25.
Womp womp.
I think. Let me Yes, DC is 25.
Okay, so you sit there and you attempt to make it, and you're so close, but you catch a glimpse of what's happening in the cabin below, and it just throws your concentration off for a second, and you over-mix one element, and it just doesn't work.
It's not sticky.
No. It's like you tried to make slime and put too much, contact lens solution in. Just something only the kids will understand. Anyway, Rita.
What is Chuffy attacking?
Chuffy attacked the old lady goblin, and he's now on the back of the frog.
Shouting dibs.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm going to attack the old lady goblin as well.
Okay.
Because I'm going to attack the first thing I see. That's 12, 15, 16?
16 does not hit.
Ugh. I run past her with the dog slicer and just miss.
Okie dokie. Which is now the turn of the frog, and it's going to attempt to throw you off with. I'm just going to use an attack with its tongue. Chuffy. So it's going to try to get you.
Can I make an attempt to stay on?
It misses anyway, because that was abysmal. The tongue flies out the side of its mouth and flails wildly behind it, and just you're like that, like, ugh! Doesn't manage to hit you. It is now the old lady's turn, and you see her reach out her belt, and she pops a potion and chugs it. And you watch as her skin suddenly develops like tree bark all over it. And then she is going to turn towards you, Chuffy, and she's going to produce a scimitar and say to you,
That's my frog!
and she's going to swing at you. With a 21.
Yes.
And that's going to be a... 6 damage, slashing damage, as she brings it down. She says,
Those ears'll taste fine, stuffed with eyes.
I call dibs.
Okay, which brings us to your turn.
I'm definitely having my potion of Cure Light Wounds.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that do?
It's a D8 plus 1.
Okay, and assuming is that going to be like what? How much of my turn does that take?
It's your standard action, and it incurs attacks of opportunity, I believe.
Really? Damn it.
I believe so. Let me check.
So it was a D8 plus 1, did you say?
You did, yes. D8
Okay,
plus 1.
so that's
Yeah.
a nice 7.
Attacks of opportunity. A reckless action. I don't know what a reckless action is. This is the standard Pathfinder having to Google.
Check the rules.
So how much do I have left of my turn then after this?
If you have your standard action, then you have your movement.
Right. Well, I don't want to move anywhere. I've just claimed this thing.
Oh no, they do get a attack of opportunity.
Okay, so she will try to attack you then,
Mm-hmm.
and the frog. I'm guessing that a 13 doesn't hit.
Nope.
And what about a 12? No.
No.
So they both swing at you. Chuffy is unfazed. Okay, Mogmatch.
I am going to throw another bomb down the hole.
Okie dokie. Holy shit, that's gonna hit everybody.
It's a good thing I healed. I was on 3 before.
That's a 17.
17.
Yeah.
Okay. That hits her and the frog.
And me.
Who are you focusing on?
The old lady.
Okay.
Yeah, so everyone else just takes 2 points of damage. So. And the old lady takes 8. I rolled a 6.
She takes 8.
Yeah.
Damn. You hear her go, "Ah!"
That's it. That's my turn.
Okay. So Rita.
Attacking
Okay, go for it.
the old lady. 16 plus 3, 19, 20.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's 4, 5, 6 damage.
6 damage. Very nice. And you see now she is incredibly visibly wounded. Like she's singed all up on one part. Like her hair is just gone on one side. And as you come at her with the +1 dog slicer, she's got like big slashes missing out of her. But she does not let that deter her. She stands forth, and she can see like her eyes. Goblins always look kind of crazy, but she has like this. Just she's gone.
That's a firework.
So now it's Lord Longtongue's turn, and he is going to again try to get rid of you, Chuffy.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna attack you. Nope, he's not. Wow, why cannot? Right, Pathfinder has crazy numbers, but that doesn't help when you roll a fucking 3.
Chuffy is unkillable.
Chuffy is immortal.
Chuffy cannot die.
Okay. The old lady is going to reach behind her, where as you look past her now, you can see that there appears to be a closed chest. She's going to open the chest, and she pulls out a firework, which she's going to aim at Mogmerch. She's going to make an attack then at Mogmerch with the Desmond candle.
Okay. So that is a touch attack with a -4 penalty.
So here's the thing, I rolled a 6.
So that's a 2.
So that's a 2, which does not miss. And she just makes a nice well, it does not hit. She makes a nice pyrotechnic display out of the top of this cabin. Which does illuminate this room beautifully, you know? It's all like poo, reds and blues and
Wow, you can see all of my skin disfigurement.
yeah, your pustules look beautiful in the light. Speaking of, it's your turn.
Okay, so I have a grappling hook.
Mm-hmm.
Can I attempt to like swing it underneath the frog's head, come out the other side, so that I'm kind of like got reins?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's make this a ride check.
That's good because I have a +8 to that.
Got a ticket too.
We're all like, oh yeah, +8. And I've sort of find that's not much.
23.
23. Okay. Yeah, so you swing onto your grappling hook and you hook it around the other, and now you have like reins on this giant frog, and it's trying to get you off, but you're like, yeah, standing firm on the back of the giant frog.
Kind of presenting my 2 caged frogs to its eyes. I am the Frog King.
Mogmerch, you watch as Chuffy declares his frog sovereignty.
Okay. So how close to the hole that I'm looking down are is the chest?
So you're looking down, you're basically straight down on top of the old lady, and the chest is just behind her, so it's like 15 feet.
Okay. I want to jump down,
Mm-hmm.
grab everything from the chest,
Yeah.
as much as I can hold in my hands, and then jump back up.
Okay. There will be attacks of opportunity for that.
That's fine.
Oh, one's a natural 20.
That's also fine.
Okay, so you... Doesn't matter. So that's 10 damage
Okay.
in total
Okay.
from the old lady and the frog as they whip at you as you jump away with the fireworks. Rita.
Am I there as well?
Yes. Would you like to attack of opportunity your party member?
Fuck yeah.
It's all right. I'm already dead. I have 10 HP.
Oh, so you didn't jump back out at all? You didn't say
No.
anything?
Well, I went to jump and then died.
Oh, okay. So...
I'd still actually moved though, so I'm on top, but I'm.
So,
leaving-
okay, so how this happened, how I think this happened, is Mogmatch jumps down, he grabs the fireworks, and as he makes his escape, and he's halfway through the air...
I'm going, ghost! And I'm stabbing.
Everybody stabs him. And he just...
Okay, hold up. You have to roll to see if you damage me, because I've just checked, and I'm currently not dead.
Oh, you're bleeding out right now, aren't you? You're not dead.
No, I'm not even bleeding out. I'm
Oh, really?
disabled.
So, how do these attacks of opportunities work? Because I can throw darts.
It's 5 feet.
17?
You're too far.
17.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's 17. 16.
Hmm.
No, sorry.
Oh.
It's the...
+1.
Yeah.
So it does hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
4.
Kill your party member. Kill your party member. Kill
Plus 1 and another one for the slicer. I forgot it like twice.
I'm not dead yet.
6 again.
6 damage.
Not dead yet.
Are you unconscious?
Yeah, I'm bleeding out, but I'm not dead.
Okay. So you make it up to the roof where you're unconscious and bleeding out. You watch as little goblets of Goblin drop down from the roof. It's now the frog's turn, and it's really, really not happy about having you on its back, Chuffy. That's gonna be a...
I thought that was an attack of opportunity, so
oh,
my
it
turn.
was.
Or
Yes,
my
sorry, that is
normal.
your turn. Yes.
No, that's fine, because I still want to stab the old woman as well.
Okay.
I
get
will
it.
scream out, "Ghost is squishy!" to Chuffy, and then attack the one 14 plus... Okay, that's 3, 17 plus 1, 18.
18 hits.
Yes. Another 4. Plus 1, plus 2, 6.
6. Okay. How do you want to do this?
I want to look at the trajectory of Mog, screaming, "Go squishy!" and just sort of absent-mindedly stab at her. And hit her right through the mouth, and the dagger comes up on the head again. And I'm like, "Ow!" And I shake her off. She's dead.
She just crumples to a heap on the floor, like just a little. Okay, which now brings us to Lord Longtongue's turn, and he sees his master on the floor dead and tries to bolt. Which I mean, is just going to bolt, to run away. So you get an attack of opportunity. No, you don't, because you've had one this round, Rita. Chuffy, I need you
It's
to.
been Rita's turn.
Huh?
It's been Rita's turn.
Oh, so it's
Oh, wait, no.
okay.
Not the way it works in Pathfinder.
All right.
Never mind.
What?
I need you to make me a ride check to see if you can stay on the back of this frog as it bolts into the marsh.
Where? Bolts to where?
Well, into the galley.
Elsewhere.
Oh, right, into the next room.
Yeah.
It's a natural 20.
Okay, so you're like, whoa, as it goes, but you manage to hold on to your makeshift reins as the frog bounds into the next room, and it's just trying to get away, and it doesn't know that that door is bound shut by the Mogmatch creation, so it just whack straight into the wall. You both go woof into the wall. You take 1 point of damage as it just flattens you both, and it's there, stunned. It's not her turn anymore. She's dead. Chuffy.
I was gonna throw that crow at her to see if it really is a bomb. Okay. You say it's stunned, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to get sort the reins out a bit tighter and make sure they're properly in there, and just try to get the giant frog under my control.
Okay, roll me a handle animal check.
I don't have that listed on there, so
I think it's wisdom.
What?
I think it's a wisdom skill.
So do I add my wisdom, or is it just
Yeah.
oh, okay, that's fine then. So if my wisdom is a 13, what do I add?
To do what?
I don't know. I
To
don't know how
handle
this
this
works.
frog.
Yeah.
Oh, a handle animal check.
Is it wisdom?
Handle animal is charisma.
Oh, charisma.
Oh, well, that's 6. So it's a good thing I rolled a 16. So
That's a what? 14.
yeah,
It's a
I think-
minus, yeah.
Do the minus and plus still work the same way as 5th?
Yeah, I think so. They're the
Alright,
same as
yeah.
D&D.
Well, in that case, yeah, 6 would be minus 2.
Minus 2, so 14.
Then that's what I got.
Okay, so you lean forth and you start frog whispering. You're not quite sure how it's going. The thing's still kind of stunned, but it's not fighting right now.
I'm using the 2 frogs that I already own. It's just like, no, look, you'll join the family. I'm keeping the spider hidden.
Okay. So, Mogmuch, you are currently bleeding out on the roof. Is this death saving throw times?
Fortitude saving.
Fortitude saving.
That is a 19. I am no longer dying.
Okay.
I get to make a check in an hour to become not unconscious.
Okay. So, there's silence from the roof as Mogmuch is not dying, but not moving. Rita.
I know. See, having seen that the witch was taking the fireworks from the chest, I open. Or is the chest up there with Mogmuch? Because you said you take the chest and you
I
jump.
took the contents of the
Took the
chest.
contents, he scooped it.
Okay. Then I take my potion of spider climbing to climb, walk up to the hole.
Alright. You see Mogmuch on his back, like his tongue
Poke him.
doesn't react.
He's dead. He's ghost. Told you, ghost. Squishy.
He's breathing.
Well, would I notice that? Would I be clever enough?
No.
Intelligence is 10, not 2.
I know, but you've been pointing out so nicely.
It's only in terms of Mogmuch.
I will gladly roll. It's 12. Do I
But
know?
here's the thing. Would Rita care if Mogmuch was alive or not?
Harvest his bits.
Which bits?
The giblets.
I don't know what a giblet is, so I just take his eyes.
I don't even know what to say to that.
We were having eyes earlier.
Wait, are they bombs?
I currently still have 2 bombs, 2 alchemist fires, and a lot of fireworks on me.
I know, and I will take the
Yeah,
fireworks.
but she's using a knife. She's not using anything that's going to cause an explosion. So,
I don't know. Is one of my eyes a bomb?
no, it's not. I'm going to definitively say one of your eyes is not a bomb.
I want to
Take-
explode though.
Yeah, but
I
if-
take
if your
one
eye
of the
was a bomb,
eyes.
You'd have been far too tempted to do it yourself.
Take one of the eyes and throw it to Chuffy.
Oh,
Ah,
Yeah.
giblet!
We are aware that this kills the Mogmuch, right? Okay. So, Rita leans in and just pops an eye out using her dog slicer. Throws it to Chuffy.
It's added to the jar.
And take the other eye.
Yep.
pocket it myself. And then take the fireworks.
Well,
And what was it, the potion that looked like the one that we were supposed to bring back?
just bring all of his
Yeah,
stuff.
it's a god that has a crudely drawn
The
dragon
god.
on the side.
Yeah.
Yep.
4 healing potions.
He's got some other stuff. It might explode.
Gimme, I want some.
Come up here.
I've got a frog.
Frogs can jump.
It's a tiny hole. Big frog.
Fine. And I'll take the rest and bring it down.
Okay.
In fact, could the frog have gotten through the hole or not? I'm assuming not.
No. So here's the thing, Mog. Is your body rigged to explode?
Of course.
So.
Do it.
Also, the crow was a bomb.
What was a bomb?
The crow.
Is
The
a
crow
bomb.
was a bomb. Mm.
So.
Yeah.
Chuffy, you are just quietly talking away to your new best friend, Lord Longtongue, when you hear Rita say, he's got lots of other stuff. And she says, I'll be there in a second, before you hear and the top of the building that was there is just gone. There is a smouldering remainder of a room behind you now.
Oh. Well. Guess I can't go home now.
I'm not gonna pull out an Ohana means family. Can I shield the frog as the explosion happened? Walk over and investigate.
Okay. You protect your new beloved best friend, and you go back and you see that this is a crater now. You're not even sure how or why Mogmerch was that explosive, but it's like a nuclear bomb has gone off. Like, this is like a Dragon Ball Z ass crater in the ground. There's not even bodies of your companions left. They are just incinerated.
It's a Mogaton bomb explosion.
You could. And then, as you walk to the edge of the crater and the debris begins to fall down, you see Rita's veil flutter down in the wind.
I'm gonna. Okay. I was trying to see if I'd remember that he threatened that the crow was a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
It was a high roll, so I'm ruling it that I remember. Tentatively just put it as a memorial.
Roll a sleight of hand check for me, please.
Oh god. That's average. 17.
17.
Oh no, it's a +8. I read the wrong number. So it's gonna be a 18.
Okay. I'm gonna roll to see how volatile this is after all the shaking that's happened.
I should have just thrown it.
You... Where are you putting this?
It's a crow, so I'd like sort of it to be on the edge, like if it's blown a hole through, so I can see the outside, kind of close to the outside.
Okay. You walk forward. You very carefully place the crow on the edge of the what remains of this ship. You balance it on the edge. As you do, your hand catches it, knocks it. There's an explosion. The last thing you can think is, uh-oh, before... Chuffy is no more. And Lord Longtongue watches on as his old master and his new master are no more. He sadly hops his way back into the swamp.
Whispering under his breath. All according to Kikaku.
Kikakumi's plan. And that is where we'll end the game tonight.
I think this is the only way this could have gone down. I think this is appropriate in so many ways.
I mean, if I hadn't died then, the next thing I was going to do was blow everything up. So it ended the same.
No, we figured.
It's all right.
I don't know what gave it away. Maybe the constant blowing everything up.
Sorry, before you went down the chimney, I was planning on trying to pickpocket you to see if I could get any like bombs and stuff myself. But I don't know if you could notice that I was gonna try and pull a Naruto. I was a rogue riding a frog. I was gonna be Goblin Naruto.
Oh.
Goblin Jiraiya.
I mean, that was the other option. You ruined that. You removed that as a possibility from this
Just
land.
like in the show, the frog survives, but Jiraiya doesn't.
That causes me so much.
That's too soon, man. But yeah, so thank you all so much for tuning in for that. That was
Something else.
a thing.
Are we doing evil campaign?
I don't think that amount of evil energy should be put out into the universe.
I don't know what you mean.
Shit, I just realised if I'd have picked the cleric character, I could have spoken to the frog.
Oh.
Next time.
Peace be with you, frog.
Anyway, so yeah, this will go up on YouTube. It's not gonna be like the normal bike clubs where you have to wait a week. This will like go up tomorrow.
Live long and hopster.
Why don't you make like a frog?
I
and
had this
croak?
tiny bit of moment where I was feeling guilty that I killed Stu's character. That's gone now.
Oh, don't feel guilty for that.
No, don't worry. It was just a tiny bit, and that's out the window.
Okay, so we're gonna bounce. But thank you so much for hanging out, guys. This was a lot of fun, and we will catch you next time.
Bye.